Good afternoon, fellow historians, and welcome to episode 1 of History with Mr. S. Over the last couple weeks, I have noticed that I have not been able to talk history with y'all, and I get a lot of good, positive energy being in front of the classroom and talking history with you. We have not been able to do that, so I thought that I would record a series of teacher lectures where you and I get to talk history, and hopefully we can learn some new things along the way. So I hope y'all enjoy. Ladies, we are moving into a new region this coming week called East and Southeast Asia. It is not only a new region, but it is your final region of your 6th grade year. So please enjoy. Ladies, congratulations on making it this far. We have had an incredible 6th grade year, and I just want to congratulate you on making it to the end. It stinks that we are going to end the school year this way, doing online learning, but we'll be okay, and we will get through it. So, East and Southeast Asia, your last region of your 6th grade year. Since we're moving into a new place, I wanted to kind of introduce it to y'all. And hopefully this will set the stage for where you and I are going the next couple weeks as the school year comes to a close. So let's start. Ladies, for the last couple weeks, as you know, you've been in a region right here called South Asia. We are leaving that, and we are going to move directly east and southeast of India, Pakistan, and Nepal to this. And this is where we will spend the remainder of the school year. This place will include countries you've heard of: China and Japan and Vietnam and North and South Korea. Now, for the next couple weeks, we will have what we're going to call our points of focus. Obviously, during this distance learning thing, we can't cover everything, so you and I will focus on certain things. For example, we will focus on this region as a culture region. Obviously, scientists and historians group East and Southeast Asia as a culture region because they have similar histories, similar culture traits, similar government types, similar economies, and similar political and physical geographic characteristics. We will focus on the impact of geography and its people. Ladies, as we've studied all year, the geography, the physical, and the political will impact people, where they live, what they do, etc. We're going to focus on this region's economy types. This region has a lot of different types of economies, everything from free market capitalism to socialism to, as you can see here, communism. This region has all kinds of government types as well, limited to unlimited. We have republics like the United States. We have communist governments, and we have straight out dictatorships like the one in North Korea. Ladies, also because I am me, we are going to focus on some very interesting things in history that I think you will like, that I like. For example, we will focus on this iconic image on the left of the United States Marines raising the American flag on Iwo Jima. What is the history behind this incredible image? We will focus on the atomic bombing of Japan in World War II. Your next debate will be about that topic. Should the United States have dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan to end World War II. We will talk about one of the worst dictators in history, Mao Zedong, who killed more people than Hitler. If y'all remember from the beginning of the year, we mentioned him. We're also going to talk about one of the most controversial events in American history, the Vietnam War, which took place in Southeast Asia. Ladies, but for week 4 of distance learning, we are going to focus on your maps and the impact of geography. So let's talk about that for a few minutes here, okay? Ladies, let's focus on the political geography of East Asia. As you can see, East Asia consists of countries like China, Mongolia, North Korea, South Korea, and Japan. Now, obviously, the main centerpiece of East Asia is going to be the country of China. China is the most populated country in the world. It has over 1.3 billion people. China is emerging on the world stage as a very powerful country. They are getting very close to rivaling the United States of America. Now, China has been in the news recently, as some of you know. The coronavirus started in China, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding that, as you can imagine. Ladies, China has a ruthless communist government and a ruthless dictator there by the name of Xi Jinping. North Korea has a very brutal dictator there. But then we also have limited governments like South Korea and Japan. And let's talk about, if we head south of Japan and China, we come to a place called Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia consists of countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Now, Indonesia should sound very familiar to you because we already covered this country when we talked about the Pacific realm with New Zealand and Australia. And so we will talk about them again. They're kind of like an overlap country. Let's talk about the physical geography of East Asia. East Asia has a very diverse geography. They have mountain ranges, they have deserts, they have dense forests, they have immense river systems, they have oceans, peninsulas, islands. Everything that you and I have talked about, we will find in East Asia. Now, what's interesting, let's focus on China for a second. China's physical geography is unique. You can almost divide China in half. For example, if we look right here on the west side of China, we have incredible mountain ranges and deserts where not a lot of people live. If we look right here in East China, we have immense river system where most of the Chinese population will live. And here is Southeast Asia's geography. But ladies, as I've mentioned before, our main focus will be spent here in East Asia rather than Southeast Asia. A new physical geographic feature going to be brought to y'all's attention in the next couple weeks is something called the Ring of Fire. Some of y'all have heard this before in science class. The Ring of Fire is a string of volcanoes and earthquake sites that line almost the entire Pacific Ocean. As you can see, we go all the way from South America, North America, winding our way around through Japan, China, Asia, all the way around Australia. Now, why do y'all need to know about the Ring of Fire for East and Southeast Asia? Well, as you're going to come to find out, the Ring of Fire is instrumental in creating a lot of the islands and the physical geographic characteristics of East and Southeast Asia. So we need to spend some time talking about the Ring of Fire and how it's responsible for the physical geography of East and Southeast Asia. Ladies, the next video is going to walk you through your week 4 assignments. In episode 2, I want to make sure that y'all are crystal clear on what I'm looking for as we continue this distance learning thing. So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode 1 of History with Mr. S and our last region of your 6th grade year. I will see y'all soon. Bye.